at the center point of the focus. So this is the castle area, and this is the 22.
With the old castle, we can't change it too much because it's a UNESCO heritage site. And so we can just, restore it, to what it should.
Thank you so much for having me today. I want to thank my team for supporting this journey. Without you, we couldn't have done it. I would like to thank the council and this gentleman here for for giving me a lot of guidance for today.
Idris Elba, where ye international actor, wajidin yasia fana bebia, wa feature movies be to say Beast of No Nation, The Wire, Luther, Long Walk to Freedom, movies bebre na waye. He's well known like Ankola Krabe obie nim no. Now, obi bebusa say, edi asem nti na ye ka ne ho asem awie na to say, wabepiem Ghana ha de adesede kese abeto ye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nim. Ena afei ga manche. King ni takite Kochu the second. And what dia adesede abeto wanim. So opese obesi eye film village ewo Osu Castle enchen. Said ye be ye beboa ma creative se wo kromu ha. Ometimi ekosua niama bebre free ho na ye krabehwe opeso oboa Africa because before this year last year mu baby no maye hu say he is planning on moving to Africa ne nyuma pa waye internationally no opeso wode free amanone ba Africa ha ekopem say ne maame ye Ghana ni na ne papa nso so every Sierra Leone enti no se wagidin wawone wo London abrochime London fu anya ne somfo so abrochifo anya ne somfo so wode ne bi ebeka ekuro a wo free mo enti no wandane ne chi ama Ghana na se wa bepiem Ghana ha edi sa de seje no abeto mampeni ene gamanche enim na ye to aso ana che se ye ka sinetwa nsem ya na che se ye papa a wono ne yi yolo ene ye se wa wote ne accent enye obi na beka che obi bia wo free eba ye wo dentem enano adane ye de bedan mo se ijahihie bi akoso wo ne fie a wotimu afofia nto ata watu anananom siedo yaya eno akopiem National Theatre na che say veteran actors and actresses National Film Authority any omo keka huni na edi ehia pay omo last tribute edemana wo ye place ahodo in memory of him and say akwakoya rehosem etara forge brania fansem no details ni na embedan wo ewo Richmond's media so bo hu wode so follow you be follow yen na afin so no what no post notification icon say de be de betu bia no so benye bie na wahwe me dey in the PSA ma me free saba ade pena now yes started with your papa Idris Elba. Papa ye nipa bia ewiase afana ni na oye award winning actor watachi baby na movies a waye movies a kese movies a bebre na aye movies a aye blockbusters na se nye movies nketo na wotwa na ene wabepiem Ghana ha wodinkan ekoye gamanche ho de adesede ekoto nanim wo free ho ene wo koye ye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ho de adesede ekoto wo nanim efa ye film village a opese obesi nin crime popuni mantom ha empo ewo Osu Castle enchen ye bekọ na ekotie ne nsema wo kan ya bra ko gamanche ho no.
Mantse no boy na me ba wi na me ba ke ni ko be mo me ni ke ni je ni na o shwe ni na me ba na pe be ka no ya ko ni fe no ba e fe no ya o e ka fe no na fe shi ni o si na me ba fe ni wo se ko ko mo ni na me ba ko ba cha ya mo ni mo ba ke ni ka na she e fe no ya o me ni ye se ke me ko na mi ni ke ba mo fe mo ni o le mo ni jo mo ajo le que deve cuidar da cidade do bairro. O antigo, minha cidade está sendo minha veículo. Que é o que o ano grande no final, se já está o que é diferente. Tô achando muito a voz é isso. Tô bacana. Que é para baixo. E aí esse fez porque o vídeo não veio para não passar. O fé o vídeo mano. Não é foi ele foi mano do mano. Quando fez o não da cidade grande. Uma canha. Uma filha. Foi cidade grande.
Wana biko ile hu ke ikwese be inyese je ga dangbishkono ete hi ahun ni mele ke ache igbe o fe molile ine she hi ahun ne she ikwe ike dabi agbene isanima akwe inyese ma akwe hini afomi keje hini ishishije kuna gbene imichmo hini iya wa momi ye jeme kuni sanjini yo jeme kame blema sanjini yo jeme ni jemfenle kuni anye ale jeme kanyeme eni wakani chumo ishe wole yake kusunshia woba ni akani woba kusunshia ni akani boy humfutu wa iwo tomo ni dane yuo maba woche ke cheme ni obi enefe agbe ni ma bigbe koni ka wo wie koni wo ke blofo afiu afutumi koni wo nyeme ke wo cheme ke wonane me ni yo manse ke gana ma munfe na me be gamanche we hwanene koni amehu amenye amenu wo ishi shino shishi eto ake wo ga wie mo taflache wo ba chi wo hwie.
They are coming, they are coming. They are coming from the mountains. The lions born on the mountains are descending to their fathers. Oh, when you take a sleeping child away, he will start looking for his parents when he wakes up. The sayings of the old. No kite will ever remain in the skies. For one day, it will come down. They stole the village drum. But where to play the drum was a problem. So they brought back the djemba. And here we are, very happy. We shall sing our return. We shall sing the return of our people. They took us away, but never our souls. They took us away, but never our spirits. They took us away, but never our ancestry. And we're happy today. I'm only the harbinger. Ni takitako turinjienyo. Ni takitako turinjienyo. Kwa bonehi, kwa boni eyo feo. Na yo mancheke minjele. Ni aye manche ni ejemba. Na eni ata ni awazie. Jabelo ata na wana. Abetechi afadi epapa kone. Na meno bile bae.
Nyani, how a quick round of applause for a very efficient MC. The Royal Majesty King Takite II. Nijego. Manjele. Nyemine. Manene. Wulone. 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 That's right. And you see, is not enough at home and you must go outside and acquire more. But the beauty is that you can come back home and now share. Ladies and gentlemen, my story doesn't begin here. I want to quickly say that this is mainly a welcome on behalf of myself and on behalf of every achiever that is here, not just to celebrate what you're doing. You know, I was once watching television, I was about 9 years old, and I heard you, Idris, say, you know, I'm working a job as a bouncer, and I'm watching television, I'm watching all these people on television. I'm like, you know, I can do that. I can do that. And Idris, you said in that interview that you left. Whatever it was, the situation, you went and you did it. Somewhere in there, maybe you didn't realize that you were inspiring not only another generation, but an entire world. For me to be able to leave home and go out there in search of the knowledge, in search of growth, in search of what will enable us to bring back the right tools to tell our stories the right way, I want to say thank you for that. And then I want to say thank you for taking the extra step now with your team, being able to come back home in a time where stories are gold. Throughout history, we have told our stories through paintings on walls, by the fireside. And today we educate as well through the power of film. People walk into the cinema and their lives are affected. You go in the cinema and you watch Rocky Balboa and you come out, you think you can fight, you know. But this is the power of film. This is a means and a tool that, because we're in such a visual age, the role of the actor and the filmmaker is truly important. And the fact that you know this and the fact that you have an abundant, what we call the Sankofa role. One of my favorite books talks about the prodigal son. I feel like I'm the prodigal son who was inspired by whatever it is took you out there to speak to the world. And not only am I following in your footsteps, not only are we following in your footsteps, we are hoping to empower the next generation with the right tools to be able to do what we couldn't do.
Walate, in a way, love back, we don't know our roots, we don't know our culture very well. But what you're trying to want to get, come on, as you are, Kawalaji. So, one you know, Nathaniel, why you more? One acting, you need to play a role with it, take a role. One, you need to play a role, naturally, Ashanti Yudi, Abuaji. I started acting not playing a role as a gun. I started acting playing a role of an Ashanti. In my community where I grew up, though we spoke Ghana at home, we mainly spoke a lot of Chi as well. My friends spoke Chi, I listened to a lot of Chi music. So it was a bit tough for me identifying as a Ghanaian. And having appeared on TV as an Akan, the Ghanaian community didn't make it any better for me. Everywhere I went, I was identified as a white. Even my own father, Emmanuel Queen, before he passed, started calling me a white. So I must admit that I got totally lost. You understand? I felt that point here when I'm here in your argue. Jamie Ben Laji again. Pini Yense Ilaji. Nikawa point in the Chucky Mo. Sunny about Fimo. Kawa point in the Chucky Mo, men. Sunny about Fimo. And in society, one of the key things you can use to change attitudes, change mindsets, change art, change culture, influence growth and development is film. Your minimum of your idea, your pattern. When you find it, you will trouble the woman and income. So this is a very laudable initiative. The applause should also go to our brother, Idris Elba. I call him the Black Superman, and I'm sure he knows where that is coming from. One of the characters he played, I love that. Unfortunately for me, I tend to love villains more than heroes in movies. But I love this character, Brixton Rowe, in Hobbs & Shaw, which is a spin-off from the Fast and Furious franchise. So thank you very much. Nigga, we want to know. This is when we begin to change the story of the Ghana tradition. There is no way you can leave out the history of the Ghana people. And that is where it must start from. The accident, I can be one of the world's biggest stars. It is not by accident that our brother Idris Elba identifies as a Ghana. What you actually when it told of J accident. No matter 1 year, the good of now one. You're when you want to. We say welcome home. Ni nake sinishu tune na tawana mane. Nyeshwa kaka mwane. Mleche mabuti. Oba face near. Afina check your word.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen of the Royal Guard, traditional home, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to my colleagues, my film colleagues, I'm very, very excited and honored to be here. My only regret is that I didn't wear my traditional wear, so I can greet you, the king. You know, I'm an only child. My mom had just me, but my mom came from a family of 11 brothers and sisters who were born here in Accra. My mom's last remaining sister, Auntie Ayek, was 94 years old yesterday. And this morning I went and had breakfast with her. I told her that I was coming to meet Her Excellency, and she was crying. She was very proud that I was coming to see and make roots with my people, her people, the Ga tribe. And for my mum, who is in London, is still alive, she's 78 years old. This is one of the proudest moments for her, for me to be here to greet you in this way. I'm here as a son of the soil, but I'm also here as an ambassador for Africa. I'm an ambassador for my dad's country in Sierra Leone, and I'm an ambassador for Ghana. And one of the things that's very important, and my brother Chris told us, is that our stories are very important. When I was growing up and Chris saw me as a young man working as a bouncer, I looked on TV and I didn't see many people that looked like me, let alone come from the Ga tribe. I didn't see them. So it was important for me as I grew in my career that not only do I represent Africans, but I represent the Ga tribe very well. The most important thing to understand is that my mom just had me, and so she is my only connection to my country. And she said, my brothers, Tony, Tego, and Danny, she made them make me get my Ghanaian passport. She said, you boys, make sure this boy gets it. And my brothers helped me. But it's beyond having a passport. My duties, His Excellency, is to make sure I hold the tradition proudly. Make sure that I can represent us when I'm on film, when I'm in my private life, so that we can all be proud. One of the goals that I've been trying to achieve in Africa is to bring my industry back to Africa. We've seen that Nollywood, South Africa, these countries have done very well with film. We've seen Ghana do very well with film. But there is a level that I would like to bring back and amplify in the most, in the strongest way that we can. And that is part of my duty. And that's why I've partnered with our brothers. We want to get your blessings, His Excellency, His Royal Majesty. We want to get your blessings. We have earmarked the land beside Osu Castle, where there is 22 acres of land that we have positions that could be a fantastic studio and school and community for Accra. And we have designed something that we think will be not only excellent for Africa, but fantastic for Ghana, and to stimulate the creative sector in a major way. And if we have studios, I myself will definitely be working in that studio and bringing our films there. So, His Royal Majesty, we are here to gain your blessings to be able to partner with you and your ambitions for the creative sector. I know that you have been very articulate and focused on this arena, and it is clear that my brothers and sisters can see your commitment to this space. So it would not be right for me to do anything until I gained your blessings and your partnership in this endeavor. I just want to end with a few words to say thank you so much for having me today. I want to thank my team for supporting this journey. Without you, we couldn't have done it. I would like to thank the council and this gentleman here for giving me a lot of guidance for today. Please consider me your brother. Even though currently I live in England, but when I make my home here, wherever you see me, and we are in this room, please approach me. I'm not Hollywood. I am Achomi Idris Elba.
Abiasma. Ni parle pour faire Eshbami. Comment dire oui. Abiasma. Après chaque His Royal Majesty, King Takete Ochulu, the second Gamache and President of the Treasure Castle, Ishba. Tomabia.
Ago.
Amen.
Go Nime.
Yeah.
Ago Name.
Yeah.
Ago Cheme.
Yeah.
Ago Nyeme.
Yeah.
Nye Mancheme.
Yeah.
Nye Manyeme.
Yeah.
nye togbi me,
Yeah.
nye mama me,
Yeah.
nye woya woye, nye
Yeah.
ulo moye,
Yeah.
asabu acheme.
Yeah.
Nye me ni je be wo creative art industry.
Yeah.
Me na nye fe. I'm not sure it surprises you that you have inspired so many people in this room, in Ghana, and in the world at large. And I think that you have become a monument of praise to all of us. This day, we applaud you and say, Obake.
Yeah.
It means that we welcome you to our midst. The Ghana state will support the studio. We will support it because I remember when I was in GBC training school, learning to become a presenter, and it almost made a career. I almost made a career out of learning voice because I saw myself doing liners like at Drum FM 106.3. I did in Shirai FM. I did Joe. I did Kasaka and all the other liners that, I became a liner creator for TV3, for Ghana Most Beautiful, Ghana Most Strongest, IK Products, everywhere. And I love film. I love what it brings. We used to have Mr. Mensa, and it directed a certain part. It made people understand what our psyche is, what our concepts are, and what our vision and mission is as Ghanas. Today we don't have Mr. Mensa anymore. Our children lack direction, our youth lack direction, and we need these tools. So coming in to put up a studio, to partner with us to build up a studio is a way forward. That is why we will support it absolutely, so that the creative art industry, especially creating Ghana content, can move to its next step. Remo Akeboje.
Yeah.
Our language is everything that we have. It is the source of our ethnicity. We cannot lose it. That is why we are insisting the enforcement of the GES bylaws to protect our language that is spoken in every classroom in the Gadangbe region. It is important, and this we always appeal to government that is adhered to, because our language is everything. It's our mark. It's who we are. It is our identity. No G fiowo many woji. There's one thing that I wanted to ask. In 1817 was the set and the birth of King Takitayo I. He was illustrious Gadangbe king, fought 7 wars, then was given title King in 1877 by the Queen Elizabeth in England, because he was invited to England because he had collaborated with the British to fight many wars. 1826, the Allied forces with the Mantse fought in Katamanso. 1862, King Takitayo I was installed at Mantse by the whole Gadangbe region. He fought wars, kept the tribes together. And in 1877, just when he came from England, the British colonial government took the capital away from Cape Coast and gave it to Accra. So Accra was the cleanest city in Ghana. In 1902 became passed. 40 years of very, very creative, industrious reign. Ferocious, strong warrior. He was named Warrior King of the Gadanga State. You and I, we have to tell the story. Because we have to change the narrative of our people. And our turbulent story must be told. Our souls must be made bare. They must know where we come from and where we go. If a few about Bachi.
Yeah.
If a few about Duma.
Yeah.
Ghana mamu.
Yeah.
Timfe anali.
Yeah.
Akeshin. Imlai ni ko wogma dumo.
Yeah.
Wongmehi.
Yeah.
Wakusuni.
Yeah.
Wakabachuni.
Yeah.
Chapo.
Yeah.
Ofri Gamanche Honso eno koko piemu ewe ye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enasi eno si yenhwen komotwetwe ene nani swade hunu sede okoton sifa ede ma ye mampeni.
Your Excellency, you know, we're here to make a presentation to you, but also we're just hoping that this is a conversation. We want to build this with you. I know that you have been very focused and briefed on the creative opportunity and creative sector. And, you know, by way of working with you on Beast of No Nation those many moons ago, you know, we are still very dedicated and focused on bolstering creative sector of Ghana. So, you know, we had a very fantastic opportunity to locate this land opportunity near Osu to bring what we believe is a very important component of the creative build, is to build the facilities, to have schools, to have a precinct where you can point and say this is where, you know, the home of the creative center can be positioned around. And we have done some critical thinking about how we can do that. But it is centered around the schooling and essentially the facilities to create employment, to create a workforce and educate Ghanaian creatives. The castle for us remains at the center point of the focus. So this is the castle area, and this is the 22.
With the old castle, we can't change it too much because it's a UNESCO heritage site, and so we can just, restore it, to what it should be. It's been abandoned for quite a while. There was a credentials hall and all that, and then there's the room where Prof and Rawlings used to stay and all that. It'll be interesting for, tourists to be able to see those places, the Queen's bedroom and all that. We're also planning a crafts market where people could buy African craft, and then also a gold souk. Ghana was known as a gold coast, and we produce a lot of gold. And we have Ghanaian jewelers and others, and so we're looking for a place where we could promote Ghanaian and African jewelry. And so if we can incorporate all that in here.
I've been working for 30 years, and I'm at a junction now that I can perhaps bring work to where I am, where I want. So in this instance, to be able to bring international work and films that I'm in into our own facility in Ghana, it is important that we are competitively forward-facing when it comes to our policy. So everything from how, cameras and things, custom relations, to taxation on certain products, to local labor laws, all of those things are very important to be able to demonstrate. When I say to Apple, I want to shoot in Ghana, they have no reason to say no, because most shoots are inside a studio. You don't even know where you are. So if I want to shoot a film that is set in America but in Ghana, it is important that I have a very robust policy and partnership with government to demonstrate that everything is good here. Everything from the insurance of our production to the local labor laws to everything that they need to make that decision.
Just a final one. We need to do some urban planning around here. Yeah, because the traffic is going to bring into that district. You need an urban engineer to make sure that you don't have a gridlock in the area. You need to look at parking, because it looks like it's all built up in green space. There must be enough parking space, either a multi-story car park or something, and then maybe a one-way system that brings people right down by the Independence Square and then come in somehow, and then going out, they take the other way out.
na je se efe yie pa media me ne ya adwen se obi etu kwan koye yie na nka wode faso aba ne so ana se osan twe nani behwe Ghana nka ama Ghana be ye kra behwe wo because ade we na wo be ye no enye bibia keke no be ye ultramodern one na to say beboa magana din akwetire ebe a story ebe serve as a source of tourism any income be generate revenue ama oman no because obi aba Ghana na so obi eba Africa person be share sa film village no because Idris Elba and abeye and afi be sanso promote ye movie industry na wo krom ha no ye movie and art industry, entertainment industry no ebe boosting no enti ebe so se mpanifo be gye atomo na wa gye penny se de ebe ye obetimi e de se adwumedie no ahyehye so because ene wo sha social media ne ade ya be among babunu bebre na wo ye creative industry no e booming ankasa enkofo bebre na day out wotena se dwe ho de content a e de ye nkofo so fe eba Inti se sa nyama we ni na ba me gyedu tum se beboa ama sa creative industry, movie industry ni na entertainment industry no asan ye gyina ne na so na de sika nso aba o my name Moving from there, no, ye call your papa eso and to say, akwa yaro say papa Mawuli Semevo. No wo yolo, any yolo nkwa, enye yolo nkwa na we yi movies ahudro bebre. Na mom titiro a mebunu bebre na de be kai no eno ni yolo no. Ene na chese wa akwohwe se de eja hihye papa ye de bedan wa na arefo. Ye se ba mo wo krade enkwantime njinti no. Eno ada na film industry no, wo kwhie mu National Theatre. Everyone last respect ekokoma no ekoye place ahodro said ye be ya ye be kai papai na afa ye night vigil so candles any moments of silence in na edema nti ye fa akonye so emebusua yakọ na any shedding nyame koso a emfa ne car ensi ye be ko National Theatre na yakohwe de twegu ye ho enra ne bi aba.
That way?
Yeah.
Hello. You're welcome. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
However, as I was making waves as Ghana man, Mawuli was starring as Dennis before, Jacqueline, many others, until later became Efo Kekefo. Anytime I met in the studios, GBC TV, or NAFTI, or GFIC for film, or television theatre, in the wings of stages for live performances, or on film sets, all we always discussed was theatre and acting. We were to pursue our trades for the next 40 years and over, both in Ghana and abroad. We shared stages in Texas, in the USA, and in Egypt, Togo, and Benin, acting both in English and in French. While I was enjoying performing with Ghana Theatre Club and the Talent Theatre Company, and with O'Brien GBC TV, and on film sets, he had entered School of Performing Arts at Lagos. This was to later push me to, from him and his promptings with others, to follow suit in the year 1985. At the School of Performing Arts, we were to meet on stage several times in various dance productions.
I'd like to give a 1 minute silence for.
Epical among these was our life and death adventure in the late Albertus Davis's final year production of Summer Beckett's Waiting for Godot. This is a play that is so difficult that every year in Europe there's a competition on this play. And till date, we are the only 2 people who have ever done that play in Ghana.
As we gather here to celebrate his life, we also reflect on the values he stood for. Hard work, integrity, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. His legacy will continue to inspire us, and we must honor his memory by pushing forward the vision he believed in. A thriving film industry that tells authentic Ghanaian stories to the world. On behalf of the National Film Authority, we extend our deepest condolences to his family, friends, and colleagues. May we find strength in the impact he made and carry forward his dreams with the same passion he exhibited. Rest well, Mawuli. your light will never dim in our hearts. Thank you.
Yes.
What is happening?
I'm waiting for the hike.
Have you seen him this morning?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where Mawuli Semevo has to come in as high priest. He never misses his cues. I'll go for him. Amafo, look for him! Go! Kadaman, look for him!
Arafo nti de atwagu ye wo National Theatre ho no ene ye kwa kohwe bie no na che se arafo papa arafo ye ene ye bra James Gardner ekokin kan nsem ni tribute obi e kan ne de na wa wo hwe video aye mame ni colleague oni ni twa eye yolo ibi mame hu se de ne hu asife dwiri no ne raho na arafo ye nkohwe no so bi emra Adafo arefo papa arefo nyame enkoso amfa ne kra ensie yi enti no de ebeso fema fa yi enhyehyɛ ye ho afa impo no National Film Village aye be ye ni na setimi baso a ye de ho popoye ebeba ababedan mo na ye gidi se ne papa mu anti no mampani ene government cheni na ebeji atoma bibie tumi akoso toten Adafo ha ye Richmond Media bo ho body so be following social media no so be bia Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, nini nada. Richmond's Media. Mesra wada so be follow ye na wa subscribe ye diama ye. Na we jawa drink ready ato comment section. Na fe so no. What any post notification icon no so de be de be to bia no so benye bie. Na wa hwe ha na edi isia ya crow and several fronts go apaso ye be ye amamo. Mako. Me dey ni PSC. Mami efo isa ba de apena.